Hey guys, welcome back to Out of Ink. Sonic the Hedgehog and DC Comics, two giants of two different worlds coming together. It really seems like Sega is coming for Fortnite's crossover crown. I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what to expect when I heard about this 5-part series was coming out. So, let's talk about what went down in the 2025 Sonic x DC crossover. These comics were written by Ian Flynn, who is a writer whose name fills me with confidence when I'm picking up a comic. Not only does he have a great track record on Sonic, but he also wrote the Archie run on Mega Man, which I will always recommend to anyone who will listen to me. He really gets the characters, which is really showcased in the banter. The art was done by Adam Bryce Thomas and colorist Matt Herms, and they made the best case scenario happen. Not only did they create some vibrant, fantastic art, but they also kept both franchises on model while making it look feasible enough for them to coexist. In other words, it avoided the uncanny valley that is Sonic 06. So right out of the gate, my expectations for the book were already pretty high. Sonic and DC's crossover starts with Darkseid breaking into the Sonic universe to steal the Chaos Emeralds in hopes of using their incredible power to fuel the Ragnarok and expand his multi-dimensional path of conquest. This attracts the Sonic gang to the scene, but this also brings the Justice League. They agree to work together to help stop Darkseid, only for things to go wrong and the Justice League seemingly sacrificing themselves to send Sonic and his friends back to the DC universe. There, they join up with Mr. Terrific and work together to protect the world while they work on getting back to the Darkseid and the Justice League. This is the cutest, most blatant marketing scheme I've ever seen, with the Sonic characters dressed as the Justice League. Well, except for Tails. That just kind of comes off as a little insensitive, if I'm gonna be honest. You know, because he's half robot. Anyway, they protect Earth in the Justice League's place until they can collect the Chaos Emeralds and rejoin the Justice League, because you know damn well they're not killing off one half of the crossover, because that's not how you make money, silly goose. It's a nice try though. Now, all the action scenes in these books are well done. The characters get to do a lot of cool things, and both sides feel like they're getting attention. Although I will say I think they focused a bit more on Sonic because they probably felt like they had to prove that this crossover was deserved. However, this last issue pulls some absolute wild shit to make things happen, like this ludicrous scene of Flash and Sonic running on each other's feet. It's bonkers, but in the absolute best way. It goes without saying they best Darkseid and save the day, and even leave a little room for a potential sequel with this little scheming session between Lex Luthor and Dr. Eggman. Honestly, part of me kind of thought this should have been between Brainiac and Eggman, because evil robot AI thing with the guy who builds insane robots is a no-brainer, but the shit-eating smugness emanating from Eggman and Luthor is totally worth it, especially when you know they're going to fuck each other over the second they think they've outfoxed each other. So yeah, you've got me for the sequel. Lord knows you're selling enough merchandise. This was one of my favorite crossovers I think I've read lately. Is it replacing TMNT and Power Rangers for me? No, but this comic gave me a serious case of the warm fuzzies. The DC cast and the Sonic cast coming together felt so welcoming and complimentary to each other. We've definitely come a long way from the days where crossovers were more like Batman and Spawn, aka the origin of Laceface, and I've gotta tell you, that's so nice. Yes, it did rely on some crossover tropes, like all the characters pairing up, but it was done in such a natural way I almost didn't notice it. Honestly, this bit with the Sonic cast replacing the Justice League warms my heart. It's a little bit silly, but it just works so well. Silver working with Jon Stewart and the Green Lantern Corps works so well. I honestly could probably see a whole comic just about this. Joker trying to make fun of Shadow goes about as well as you'd think, and I'd expect nothing less. Knuckles keeping Metropolis safe and telling off Lex Luthor went better than I ever expected. If I'm not being clear, I love these comics. For me personally, this is a crossover that appeals to me deeply, as both franchises have deep-rooted nostalgic places in my heart. Sonic was the first video game I ever saw, and I couldn't avoid DC Comics if I wanted between Batman the Animated Series, Teen Titans, or Static Shock. I love both of these properties, both of their comics, and I love how much love this crossover shows both of them. It's fun, it's everything I could have hoped for from this series. Now just give it a Batman and TMNT treatment and make an animated movie. I know you want to, Warner Brothers. Just do it, it's free money. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of Sonic x DC, or tell me what your favorite crossover is. I'd love to hear it. On that note, thanks for listening, guys. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time here on Out of Ink. Bye. But But the shit-eating smugness emanating from Eggman and Luther is totally worth it, especially when you know they're going to fuck each other the second they think they've outfoxed each other.